Hello and welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. Today, once again, we are taking a look at Blokees, Ultraman Blokees, Galaxy version 07, the Overture for tomorrow. Once again, the even number wave has been skipped because, personally, Wave 6 is based off the movie Ultraman Saga, and I'm not a big fan of that movie, didn't really like it. Also, half of the figures in it are characters I already have. They're like slightly different, but it felt like a bit of a waste of money. So I got this wave based off Dyna. Oh, great. Knocked a bunch of characters in the background. I said based off Dyna probably because we're zoomed in on the two versions of Dyna here, but no, it is actually based off of Decker. It just has other versions of Dyna in it as well. And yeah, it's got characters and stuff. It's just supposed to be a Decker wave. But enough with the big box, and on to the little box. Decker, schematics of Decker, other stuff, the wave. Anyway, let's take a look at Decker here, since he is supposed to be the star here, and this is the default Decker. He's a very vibrant-looking design. A lot going on with Decker. I do like his little galaxy chest armor thing, though, with the color timer being more like a crest. I like it. It's different. It adds a different feel to Decker, but I do feel like his reds and blues and silvers are all kind of a little messy. It's like they're trying to make him different, and it's just, I'm glad they did, but they kind of made him look bad because of it. It's just, maybe it's sacrilege, but I think Ultraman maybe needs to play more with different colors for the Ultras. You know, they're like canonically silver, red, and blue, those are it. But I'm pretty sure there's one Ultra who's green. So, like, where does that one fit in? I feel like I've seen an official Ultra that's green. So, you know. And he comes with his sword, and it is clear yellow with him. For some reason, he comes with this version of the sword, and it is in 3 pieces. It's got these little covers that you put on and fold out to kind of reveal the jewel. You can't really see it because of the clear plastic that well, but it's there. It's sculpted in there, so you can have him using that. And yeah, he's a nice little guy. Decker is not my favorite of the series I watched. I maybe should have skipped this wave as well, since I wasn't actually too into Decker the show, but I did like the character, and I guess that convinced me to get this wave. And honestly, a lot of the figures in this wave have been kind of tight in their joints, or just having the joints pop off like that. Like, the wrists have been really tight and the elbows have been popping off. It's like this wave's got some weird QC to it, which is upsetting. But, like, looks-wise, he's okay. I just think Decker's a bit of a messy design. So, I mean, this is accurate to what Decker looks like. I do think the gold on him is pretty neat, and I like the purple galaxy stuff. So it's like, if you like Decker's look, you'll like this figure a lot, but if you don't like Decker, then you're probably not going to be too into this one. And next, since I had to pick him up, let's look at Windom, I believe is how you say the name of this one, the Chicken Man. Technically another Ultraman Z character to go with the last wave we got, since there was a Windom in Ultraman Z. I later learned after watching Z that apparently Windom has been around for a long time in Ultraman canon as a just mass-produced robot that a bunch of people have or something. I'm not quite 100% sure what Windom's overall lore is, but I know there's more of them. It's not just an Ultraman Z thing, and sometimes he has a red hand. This one did not have a red hand, but I mean, there's so many red Ultras and Blokees that you could swap the hands out with Windom if you wanted. And yeah, he's pretty decent. He's got nice fluid movement. He doesn't have any parts popping off. The wrists are super tight on him as well, but I haven't had any popping off stuff. I did pull his head off earlier, but that's more just me doing it than a problem with the figure. And admittedly, not that much movement at the neck because of how it's a hexagon, basically. But I do like him. He looks cool. He's actually one of the better figures of the wave for me. And I like the printing on his legs, too. Pretty decent. pretty simple, but he's just a robot chicken man. Well, what else is he supposed to do? He looks nice. You can have him battling monsters or battling ultras, whichever faction you want to put him on. And yeah, I think he's decent. I'm glad that none of his extra torso stuff limits his legs or arms like it usually does on some of these characters. Definitely a well executed machine in the line. Not my favorite robot I've ever seen, not my favorite robot in Ultraman I've ever seen. But I think Blokees did him pretty well. And speaking of creatures, let's look at the greatest monster Blokees has ever done. What's his name? Mons Hagar. Let's just assume I said that right. Look at him. He is so detailed. He is so bloody red. He is so spiky. I like him a lot. I just said in the last video how Red King was the best. Nah, this guy's the best. Red King's been dethroned by a guy who's actually red. And, oh, yes, I like him. I know he gets reissued in some future waves, and ooh, yes. Yes, I would like more of this monster. I would like an army of this monster. Because it's really cool. It's limited in the movement, like a lot of them are. The legs basically do nothing. They can shimmy around. The arms are fully movable, though. They can fully do everything every other Blokees can. He's got specialized hands. He's got little bracers on there to emulate his arm spikes, but they don't limit his movement. They kind of tell you in the instructions to move them down like this. If you were to put them sideways, they would limit the elbow movement, but just put them down. And yeah, I do think it looks nice. Admittedly, yes, out of all the monsters Blokees has done, this is the one I wish had some more movement, because I really want to see, like, I wish I could articulate his jaw, but at the same time, I do like the details in the head a lot, like the little tongue in there and stuff. It's really nice looking, really nice. I love this guy, I love him a lot. The king of the wave, in my opinion. Now, for Ultras. We'll start with the blue ones. We have Decker again, along with Dyna in their miracle type forms. No default Dyna in this wave. He was in wave 6, which I skipped on. And yeah, here they are. They look really good. I really like this Dyna, though. The Dynas are really cool. Probably my favorite Ultras in this wave. I don't know why. I haven't even watched Dyna, but something about these forms. I like them. And they're not having as much of a problem with falling apart as the Deckers have been. But this Dyna is very simple, very nice, pure silver with the blue highlights. He's like an inverse of Cosmos, who was blue with a lot of silver going through him. I think is really cool. And he's got his own recolor of the hand beam effect that in blue, and I mean there are regular hands that you can swap it out with, but I didn't do that, and I'm not going to for this video, because, I mean, you've seen enough of the Ultra Blokees at this point for me to have to go through that again. I like this one. This one really speaks to me, in a way. I just like this one. Miracle Decker also looks pretty decent. Again, he's a bit too busy for me, but he's alright. I do like the arm details. Those are pretty neat. And his chest, the galaxy bit has been shrunken down, but it's got like a little cracking thing going on there. That's pretty interesting. This might actually be my least favorite of the Deckers in this wave, though. Like, I really like the Dyna in Miracle Mode. The Deckers just kind of to me. But yeah, Miracle Modes. Okay, and now we'll go on to Strong Type, and these are also pretty fun. I like both of these. Again, I'm probably gonna have to give it to Dyna just because I like his little ball. That's probably something important from his show, or maybe it's just a little move that he has, but I just like to pretend he's fighting with like a basketball or something. And he's got these special hands for holding it. This one is just an open palm, but the other one has a peg in it that you can insert the ball in so that it is secured in place. So that is very nice. And we look at the torso. It is very simple, very red with silver striping going through it. A lot of red. One of the most red ultras in Blokees, not the most, because that was definitely Regulos, but still looks really nice, very simple, but there's a novelty to him. I like him. And strong type Decker is pretty cool too. I like the armor, the extra armor on his legs, and the transition of like all red, well, mostly red, mostly silver, and he's got the big gold shoulder pad on this arm. Miracle Decker is the only Decker that doesn't have a shoulder pad, actually. So that's interesting. He's also got a shrunken down Galaxy thing, but it looks a little bit more clean on strong type, and he's got some molded in muscles there. He's got a... There's something about his head shape. I can't quite explain it. Like, he's more rounded off, I guess. That's probably what I'm seeing. That makes me really like it. I like this Decker a lot. I still think Dyna is better with the strong types. I think both of the Dynas here beat their Decker counterparts. But yeah, they're pretty fun. Oh, Decker is like a modern day version of Dyna, in case you know nothing about Ultraman and are watching this. Yeah, because like Dyna is from like the 90s, and this is like a 2010s updated version of him. Basically, that's how it works. Anyway, we now have two more guys in the back to talk about, and we got here Trigger again, just one random trigger thrown into a wave with Trigger Dark, and hoo boy, I like this guy. Not my favorite trigger. My favorite trigger is Glitter Trigger, which makes you wonder why I skipped the trigger wave, and it's because I don't want to buy the whole wave just to get him, especially because I know Glitter Trigger gets reissued in other waves later on. So, yeah, but Dark Trigger is really cool, or I guess technically it's just Trigger Dark. That's the way you're supposed to say it. He is crazy looking with the all black skin instead of the silver, and the gray armor wrapped around him and that little bit of gold in his chest, and he still has a bright blue color timer, but oh well. The yellow for his eyes, he looks really good. These pieces, this one especially, can come off because you have to put them on, but like they're fine. I just want to I'd pay attention when you're like bashing around having fights with these guys. If you're doing that, be cautious to make sure his shoulder fins are not flying off. And he's got clip-on armor on his thighs that are just going out like crazy, giving him some extra spikeage, and he's got more crazy details on his legs. He's just really cool looking. He looks corrupted. He looks wrong. And I like that. I like this evil Trigger, and you know what? I am glad that I have this one. I still feel like I made the right decision skipping the Trigger wave, but I did enjoy Trigger as a show at least, and this is one of the coolest forms of Trigger, so yes, I am really glad I have this one actually. It's really cool to see it. It's really nice, really well done. One of my favorite Ultras in the line, and he'd probably be my favorite of the wave if Mons Agar, the dragon over there, didn't exist. But I do appreciate some Trigger Dark here. Yes, Trigger Dark. Do quite like him. And now you'll notice this guy standing in the back. And it is Decker again in his Flash type birth version. Flash type is what default Decker is called. And yeah, this is actually the chase figure of the wave. You probably noticed earlier when I was showing the box that this wave has another Trigger character with Carmeria, who, honestly, I would have liked to have gotten her, just so that hopefully one day I will get Glitter Trigger Eternity, and I would have liked to display her with him, as well as Trigger Dark over there, and, well, I didn't. I especially wanted to see how they were going to make her work with, like, her tassels and stuff. I was interested to see how they were going to make that build, but no, I just got Recolor Trigger. But out of all the chase figures in all these Ultraman waves, what a one to get. I think this is the best one. Except for that Belial that I got, but that's not a Galaxy Wave. That's Shining. This Belial still the best in terms of Ultraman chases, but this one good second best. Good second best because I mean just look at him. He's sparkly and purple. I didn't realize he was going to be purple cuz he looks silver on the box. This looks very silver. But no, he's like a metallic-y purple with all these nice little paint apps, and this is based off something that happened in the show. I know it happened in the show like once, but I'm kind of blanking on it. And look at his chest and forehead thing, and they've got glitter infused in them to make them look all sparkly and nice. And the sheen on this metallic tone to his skin, it's so cool. And his sword is fully painted instead of a weird clear plastic thing like on the default. Ah, yes. And this time when you open it up, you can see the gem properly, and it also has little galaxy things in there. I can't tell if those are also have glitter in them like the figure does, or if it's just a paint app. I think it's just a paint app, probably more printed in there than painted in there. But I don't think the sword is using actual glitter like the figure is, but it looks so good. This guy looks beautiful. I'm actually really, really happy I got this one. He's really nice looking. Really nice. But yeah, like, ultimately, I'm kind of mixed on this wave. I think in the end, I should have thrown this in as one of the Ultraman waves that I skipped because Decker isn't my favorite of the shows I watched at all. And I haven't even seen Dyna. And I mean, Trigger Dark's cool, but I skipped the Trigger wave, so I probably should have skipped this wave too. But it's still a good wave in general, just because Blokees are good toys. Although, like I said, these ones have had weird QC with the really tight wrists, and some of them having forearms popping off. But overall, it's still pretty decent. Blokees is still pretty great. This just hasn't been my favorite run of them by any means. So thank you all for watching. And Dinosaur Tank! Dinosaur Tank! Dinosaur Tank reigns supreme! Yeah! Almighty Dinosaur Tank!
Listen up, everyone! Ultraman Zero is here to tell you that you should subscribe to this channel. After all, you don't want to be 20,000 years too late to see the next great video.